For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm going to give you guys a bit of a review video on a brand new tent from Outwell. So this here is the Outwell Avondale. Now the Avondale comes in different sizes. So they do a 5A and a 6A. Now in essence you might see this looks very similar to a model in the previous years, which is the Broadlands. This basically is kind of based on the Broadlands, but with sort of 7 main changes for the 2020 season. It uses Attwell's really nice embossed fabric, a really quite a nice strong blue colour. 4000mm high strata head, about 70 denier, so it's very tough, it's very waterproof, but also it's quite nice and light and packs down small, so you haven't got to worry about having a big bag. Personally, I see the 5 being a bit more popular than the 6, just because it's something about a bit of a smaller footprint, perfect for couples or small families, and just because it gives you that sort of two and a half zones. So you've got sleeping, living, and then kind of a more of an open canopy area at the front here as well. It's inflatable, so it's very quick and easy. I myself have pitched this model up on my own in the best part of 8 minutes, and you can check out our own Attwoolls pitching and packing video about me doing that. So very quick and very simple, perfect for a weekend or even a week away. Each beam's done individually, and there's 4 of them as well, and it's quite a nice easy system to use, so the pump actually twists and locks on, and that's one of the new things for the 2020 season. Sort of Outwell have introduced a new pump just for a bit more robust and a bit more reliable in comparison to what probably they had in the 2019 season. Other big change is that they've also now got webbing storm straps located on the front and back of the tent, yeah, again to give you a bit of torsion across the width and get that roof looking a bit more pucker. You've still got the benefit of obviously like a sort of really nice clear windows as well, and the joys of this as well, what it does, it's slightly tinted, so that way you can get a bit more privacy on the inside without having to compromise by having the curtains up the whole time. You've got a nice fiberglass pole with a sleeve embedded on the inside of the actual tent itself, just to give you a bit more protection, and also it makes it look a bit more smooth, rests against the fabric quite nicely. And also you've got window panels in this front section now as well. Thrust and guy ropes obviously helps you to stop anyone tripping over the tent as well. And the canopy area, you've got a sort of certainly deeper size depth at the side than you have at the top, but it just means you can put sort of like a cooking unit in there and not have to worry about the wind, or just that extra little bit more shelter, or kind of almost the main purpose of this is to give yourself a sheltered entrance in and out the front door, so that way when it's raining it's not coming straight in. And that also helps to maximise having a nice dead flat front door, which means the internal size is much better rather than having a sloping front, which you might see with previous Outwell models as well. The front door itself actually can be put into 2 positions, so you can have it sort of half open or sort of fully open, of course closed as well. There's a really nice big PVC window straight in the front of that with curtains positioned behind it. Behind that front door as well is a full mesh panel. So you've got a full mesh door built onto the front of the awning. And that's what really helps to make it feel very spacious, but give you that versatility that if it's a warm day, you can get an airflow through the tent without having to worry about the bugs and critters coming in. So what I can actually do is unzip that, unpeg that, and that will roll and kind of toggle back. I'll do a bit of a rush job for the time being. Then you can see that nice big mesh part through there. But we'll go into some more internal features in just a moment. Other things to mention on the external side is not only with a nice big mesh door on the front for help with ventilation, but low level ventilation beneath the windows on either side of the awning into the main living area. And secondly, you've also got a really nice big mesh panel right at the back, which can be opened and closed to your own discretion. Generally, I think it's really quite smart, and a new colour, I think, really to stand out in comparison to the sort of normal greens and greys that you do see on the campsite. But we'll talk for a few more features as we had a look on what it has to offer on the inside. Inside. So now on the Avondale, you can kind of get a bit more idea for this full frontal mesh door. Hopefully the camera position is a bit better for you now. Like I said, this really helps allow a really great ventilation into the tent, but also the privacy when you want to. Now, this door can be, yeah, again, like the actual door in front of it, can be put into 2 positions. So you can either have it sort of halfway or kind of fully open. So again, there's a little toggle point, just retain it all there. For the time being, what I'm going to do is just going to roll that away down the side, and there's a zip running along the front and, well, the top and the bottom of that, which give you a really comprehensive mesh. So it means that, yeah, again, bugs aren't going to come in whatsoever. Just a bit of a rush job. Now, by doing that as well, what it now gives you is a complete sort of flat walkway in and out the actual front of the tent. So there's no trip hazards whatsoever. Yet again, you've got a nice reinforced peg and point position there, so you can really help to get good sort of torsion in the actual ground sheet itself. Now, interior height in this tent actually is pretty decent. You know, I'm about 6'2", and even sort of standing in the corners, I'm not feeling sort of any point that I'm being struggling at all. A good sort of size depth with 2 bays worth just gives you that ability to have sort of tables and chairs in here without sort of trying to sort of, well, dodge around one another. And like I say, from the inside now, you probably get a bit more idea about the sort of ventilation panels beneath the windows, which gives there. The crystal clear curtains obviously help to give great visibility, but you've got privacy curtains as well. So the privacy curtains just merely toggle up, like so. And there's 2 positions, so you can either bring it sort of halfway, or alternatively, you wanted to, you can take it fully up to the top. And it's also got kind of two kind of little toggle points just up there, just to make sure it's comprehensively giving you great kind of coverage on the windows, and instead you can still go to there. It sort of really helps to get that level of privacy when you want it. Now, main differences, I'll say, they're really changing for the 2020 season. This kind of replaced the Broadlands. Now, what they've done is they've changed the actual internal bladders from a PVC bladder to a TPU. A bit more reliable, and yet again, you generally tend to have, you know, when you use it time after time again, you get more reliability with it. So that's a really good change. As always mentioned, we've got the storm straps at the front. We've got the new pump. A new feature as well for the 2020 season is their own sort of quick and quiet bedrooms. This really allows you to have, well, enter the tent without having to have the door open the whole time. Reason being is you've got magnets located down the side of the main bedroom on this side, and it allows you just to kind of walk in and the door shut behind you. So that way you can kind of keep everything in there, kind of, well, out of sight, out of mind. But if you want to nip in to quickly grab something, you don't have to worry. Probably something more like this, really. So you can just push it open, and it shuts behind you because the magnets just literally go like so. So it's a really quite nice feature, and you can see it just means you can sort of come and go as you please and not have to worry about what the door's doing. In the front of both of the panels as well, you've got a really nice big mesh panel. That's going to allow a lot of air flow into the actual tent to help with that circulation of air. You've also got a really nice slight darker tint to the inner as well. You're going to hopefully make yourself stay a little bit longer in bed first thing in the morning, so you're not waking up at the crack of dawn. A new feature again as well in the bedroom section is we've got zip dividers now. So zip dividers on either side, admittedly not on the bottom, but there's not really many tents you'll see, certainly around this price point, that has that kind of feature. So, you know, there's quite a lot of change. Another new change for the 2020 season, because they're not going to give you enough, is the there's a little track system that's built on to the main central beam on this particular model, and that is basically allowing you to create a hanging point anywhere on that beam. Very similar to what Vanguard do with their Skytrack system. It's kind of Outwell's own version. Main difference being is actually you don't have to worry about sliding it on from one end. The special little clips they have come with it merely just clip straight on like a clothes peg. So you're not having to faff around with trying to feed it all through. And yet again, on this particular model, which is nice as well, it comes down all the way, down to the side, and there's one opposite it on that front beam. So it means you can have things going across the windows, or you got loads of different options to go for. You can buy the clips separately as well if you want a few more just to keep keep in hand, because you never have enough of them. It works really smartly. You've got cable entry points still located on each side, so one located there and another one just there. The joys of that means that you can have mains hookup inside tent without having to worry about which way your mains cable's coming from, so it gives you flexibility. And yet again, you've also got a little cable entry point into the bedroom section, located just down here. So it means you can have your mains cable straight through to charge your phone at night by your bedside. Storage pockets located in the front of the inner just help you to declutter the main part of the tent. But also you've got inside the inner as well, you've got big storage pockets located down here. Yet again, just to put things like torches or books or things like that in the middle light, so you haven't got to worry about scrabbling around to find it if you need to lip to the loo. Overall, Outwell trying to really create with the Broadlands a tent that was very well price pointed, but not compromising in quality. Now, this kind of supersedes that, and it kind of has the same ethos, but for some reason they've managed to get even more value into the tent as well, for a very small increase in price. So I think it's about a £50 difference between what it was, the Broadlands, and then the Avondale. And for me, you know, 50 quid for darker bedrooms, zip dividers, quick and quiet bedrooms, the SkyTrack system, the beam, the storm straps front and back, the storage pockets, cable entry points. It's a bit of a no-brainer, really. You know, there's so much built into the tent, and actually when you compare this to other manufacturers, it works out very reasonable in terms of what you're getting. Like I said, you won't see many with certainly the zip dividers in the bedroom section of this price. So that's where I think it's going to be a real sort of hit for the 2020 season. Going forward, as obviously because it's very quick and easy to put up, you haven't got to worry about taking, you know, a lot of time. And with sort of lighter fabric, it's obviously very waterproof, but it has the benefit that you can actually, again, it's a slightly smaller pack size. We'll pick the camera up now and probably give you a bit more of an idea of the Avondale. Like I said, really, I think the 5 is going to be the better model in the range, just because I think the 6, if I'm going for 6, I'm looking more towards the Parkdale, just because it kind of offers that extra enclosed section right at the front. So yeah, again, nice brow canopy, a good sort of depth on the width there. You've got nice crystal clear windows, you can see, but the toggle curtain below, and then the ventilation points, as well as the cable entry points located sort of just higher off the ground. Moving into the bedroom section, front storage pockets, just located on the left and also the right hand side of the bedroom. The cable entry points only on the master bedroom side. There's certainly a darker tint, a really good mesh vent down there. There's your storage pockets on the inside, and then your zip divider, as you can see, just not along the bottom, but certainly on the sides. The magnet system, just located there. Like I said, you can, each one's there, and it's actually quite pliable, so you can sort of twist and turn it, and it's not going to go anywhere or misshape itself anyway. And then moving out through the side door, which is, you can kind of get a bit more different here for the side of it. And then if we head round to the back, you've got that nice big vent, which again, you can kind of open and close just via zips, as and when you feel you free need to. But it's a smallish, compact, well-spec tent, which I think, like I said, is going to be quite popular, certainly for the 2020 season. If you want any more information about the tent as well, you can always click on the link below to our package deals, as well as more information on our website about the product. But we also love to hear what you think, and any sort of questions or queries you have on this particular model. But that is obviously our Attwoolls video review on the Avondale 5A and the 6A as well.